Golden Gate Course, Lesson 15. The time has now come for me to let you into a secret. Like all powerful things, it is simple. For in complications, power easily escapes. Beware of being impressed with long words, learned phrases and complicated sentences. You may think the writer sounds very clever indeed, but cleverness is of the mind. For successful living, we need wisdom, and wisdom is of the heart. I once knew of a periodical whose editor went in for long words. In fact, it was almost impossible for an average person to get the meaning of the long, complicated sentences without having a dictionary on hand for constant reference. It all sounded very learned, and the journal contained good advice, if one could find it amid the confusion of words, about living one's life successfully. One of the articles in the periodical I saw described a method of getting rich, and the next thing I knew was a notice from the publishers that they had to withdraw the periodical because of rising prices and lack of funds. Yet during this identical time I went on with my simple teaching. Though paper costs rose to 3.5 times their normal price, and all else increased in cost as well, I went on publishing Bernard's Weekly News each week without a break, almost doubled the size of the Thought Bricks course, and got out a stream of other publications. In fact, I prospered, and I still do. All that confusion of learning, long words and phrases, you see, had been of the mind and had not reached the heart. Whosoever shall not doubt in his heart, but shall believe that whatsoever he saith shall come to pass, he shall have whatever he saith. Mark 11 verse 23. To return to the secret, this is powerful because it is simple. Learn the lesson from the illustration I have just given you and have faith in it. Like everyone else, you want to have a good supply of money for all your material needs. Having followed me in these lessons so far, I am sure that you are quite ready to admit that. Perhaps you have some very special need. Maybe you want to undertake training for a new or improved job, bring greater comfort to your home, clothe yourself and your family in a better way, get long-wanted books to study and enjoy, help some elderly person in your care, or even have a holiday. Think clearly of what it is that you want and do, and then work out how much money you would need for it. Suppose, as an illustration, you want £25. I advise you to start with small sums like this first and work up gradually. Acquire a strong metal box or cash box which you can keep locked away. Remember I said that the secret was simple, and the worldly who live in the intellect and do not understand the wisdom of the heart usually scoff at simplicity. So keep your own counsel and live in peace. Your next task is to secure some writing paper and cardboard and make yourself some money. Yes, do just that. Cut pieces of cardboard the size of coins and mark them in the value you want them to be. If you have chosen £25 for the wanted sum, make yourself that amount, or however much you have decided upon. Put it in your cash box, and then you are ready for your daily exercise, and do it this way. Be sure that you are alone and will be undisturbed for a time. Hold in your cash box. Stand up, and if possible, look at some attractive picture or scenery, a fine building or something equally peaceful, and then begin to say quietly within yourself, but without actual sound, your own name. Then, know you not that you are a temple of the living God, and that the Spirit of God dwelleth within you? Repeat this musingly 3 or 4 times, letting the meaning of what you are saying sink deep into you, and then say, the Master said, what things soever ye desire, when you pray, believe that you receive them and you shall have them. Again, repeat the words beginning with what things, etc., quietly and thoughtfully several times. Now, speaking reverently to your Heavenly Father, say, Father, hear the voice of thy offspring and heir. I unite myself to thee, casting away all that is not in tune with thee. I quiet my spirit and merge it with thine. With faith I draw upon thy everlasting outpouring supply. I ask for, and here mention, the sum required. Then say with simple confidence, Father, I thank thee that thou hast heard me, and I know that thou hearest me always. From this moment, hold to the thought that your prayer has been answered, that this sum has been made your own in the realm of the unseen. Know that by holding to the thought of this sum and expecting it to come to you, it will come. Probably it will not come to you all at once, though it may do that. Most likely it will come in small amounts. You may find that something you need to buy is cheaper than you expected, that somebody repays you a loan that you had forgotten, that you have a rebate on some bill, that you have a chance to earn some extra money. Somehow the money will come to you. Watch for it and expect it. When it does, take out some of your made money and put the real money in its place. Don't forget to say thank you to your Heavenly Father for it. Continue with that which I have described every day, and as the amount needed to make up the sum you want is reduced, mention the reduced amount. Ask confidently, cooperate fully, and the Father will indeed prove himself to you and will pour you out a blessing that there shall not be room enough to contain it. When you have obtained the sum you have asked for, put your made money in the cash box again, adding to it if necessary, and ask for something else, and repeat each day until you obtain the sum. Thus shall you taste and see that the Lord is good, and that blessed is the man that trusteth in him. Now the great secret is yours. Do not speak about it to others, and practice it reverently. With this lesson, we come to the end of our Golden Gate course. I hope you have enjoyed it and have practiced it faithfully. You have now in your hands the means of bringing good fortune into your life. Remember, decide what you wish from life. Make a detailed plan of the steps you intend to take to realize your dream. Read the plan daily. Make a list of the weaknesses that are obstacles to your success and overcome them one by one. Cultivate friendliness towards people in general. Ask for what you want. Seek the means of getting it. Knock upon the door of opportunity. Change your thought and think success. Think of yourself as being successful. Live in the mental picture. Where others waste thought power in wishing, use your thought power to pass through the Golden Gate to good fortune. In describing to you the coming of life of the teaching centre, I have not as yet told you of some important aspects of it. When I advertise, I leave it at that. I never send follow-up letters to try to persuade people to enrol. I reason that if they are not attracted by the teaching, they probably aren't ready for it. If they are, but can't afford it, they will draw the means to enrol into their lives, their readiness and need being the call that God hears and answers with the supply. Once people enrol, they are never asked for money owing. Their literature continues to be sent for them for a while. Then it is assumed that they don't value it, so it ceases, leaving various amounts owing. Sometimes people write to me enclosing money and saying that they just didn't believe I would not ask for it. But months and then years went by, they say, and you never asked. I couldn't stand it any longer and enclosed the balance of the fee now. There are probably hundreds of pounds owing to me, but I am content to leave it. We all do our sowing and reaping and learn the wisdom of sincerity by experience. Those people will also, later on, if they can no longer contact me, they will give the money to a good cause, I expect. Of course, people couldn't run ordinary businesses like this, but this is the centre founded on, sustained by, and the teaching, the power of faith. Another aspect, which I have never mentioned before, is that if a student finds he isn't in tune with the teachings and writes to tell me so, I promptly return all of his fees. Even if he has had almost all of the first course, he gets all of his money back with nothing deducted for all the big expenses involved. Despite all these unusual methods, which a person without faith might think would prevent success, everything flourishes. So you see that I have not only prospered through faith, but I have continually through the years used methods that might appear to make success harder. I have first-hand knowledge of faith in action. No wonder I want you to have it too. Remember, if you have been fully cooperative, you have been practicing prosperity thinking for 30 weeks. It should now be a habit. Success is therefore assured. If success is not visible Yet, be confident that it is on its way and will soon become manifest. God bless you.